I started it now. Okay, so when I was typing the whole time, I think it was just yeah, Galbrena just kept aura farming.
Yep.
She was so main character energy. I was like, I would totally watch an anime just about Galbrena's backstory.
Yeah, I think I want to come point by point. You go through all your point first, and then I'll like also dot down.
So I had that, and then what else? And then when Kalchara appeared, I was like, he's living up to the being everywhere except in his own story agenda.
Yep.
But technically, this time around, he actually got main story screen time.
True.
I think overall, it was really just the fact that it was a whole year's worth of build up all for this one patch. And so basically, the storytelling is very different to how Genshin does it. Because Genshin, it's like the main story gets finished in like, I think the first 4 patches. It's like,
and then they do
and the rest is just like kind of like, oh, filler and stuff. But then with Wuthering Waves, every single patch had a main story. So it was just a culmination of 10 months worth of stories all at once. Like, all in a circle. Whatever. Oh yeah. So basically, all the criticisms I had about Kuro's storytelling, I put in the feedback in the last patch. Like all of it got addressed. Like Phoebe's story arc they addressed it. I complained about that. I was like, Phoebe's story arc feels unfinished from the fishing quest. Yeah. I was like, like what's happening with that? And then they addressed it in the final chapter. And I think I was criticizing about how like the characters feel like they have no relevance outside of their debut patch. That one was addressed because it was pretty much because I realized their way of storytelling was give every new character their moment, so that in the end, it kind of feels like an Avengers moment where like you actually know these characters and it matters more. It's basically like when an author writes like a bunch of books and then you realize at the end that they're all connected.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah, so that's what it felt like, where it's just like, where it felt like when we were playing it was like, none of these have any relevance, but then at the end, it all came together. You're like, oh, that's why.
Oh my god. I think, there's so much that I want to talk about. I'm trying to hold it together in my brain and not let anything slip out. But okay, what I'm going to do is probably like go through scene by scene, the highlights and such. It will include both like criticism and the highlights, which is...
Oh yeah, okay. I do have criticism actually.
Okay, do you want to go through them as I go through bit by bit? I don't know how long... Yeah. All right. So first scene pretty much is we see Kartathea die, right? We see that, you know, obviously when I saw Galbrena is like shooting her, I felt the initial impact. I was like, wait, damn, my best girl, the girl that I fell in love with at first sight, is an evil character. I kind of wish they held on to that because Rover literally there was no sense of like, okay, I don't know if it's because Rover's meant to be cool-headed or what, but like, immediately after we see that she's dead, like Rover's like, this is kind of sus. Why didn't Kartathea like fight back, all this stuff, so on and so forth. So I kind of felt like that bit was a bit too rushed so that they could show like, Galbrena's so shocking, and then immediately have Galbrena be like, okay, no, she's actually a good guy, trust, we know what we're doing. Like, if that makes sense.
Well, me, I actually disagree with that one because I think I think from the get-go it was really sus because I don't think Kartathea would lose to someone like that. Like, I saw that scene and I was like, well, they're definitely not going to kill off the main character, and Kartathea's like strong. There's like no shot she actually lost in a fair 1v1. It definitely, and then like Rover being analytical, be like, it's a bit sus. Like she didn't even look like she fought back. And then I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this is definitely a setup. So I was like, I didn't want them to be like, oh, how did she die for that long? Because I thought to me it was very obvious that they were planning something. Yeah.
I think maybe that is then the difference. I don't know if it's also because I actually avoided as much of Galbrena's like, I think besides the initial like story cinematic, besides the character trailer, I tried avoiding any leaks regarding Galbrena.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, because when I initially saw Galbrena shoot her down, I was thinking like the shock, like you said, shock factor. To me, it wasn't as obvious that it was a setup until Rover's first dialogue in reaction to this whole event was like, wait a minute, that's a bit sus. So maybe I'm just a different like mentality where I would have had it like if they came in, they saw Kartathea was dead, and then Rover in search of clues chasing after Galbrena slowly realizes, wait, something's afoot. But I guess that's a character preference.
Yeah, I think that one was but I do agree with one point where it's just like the pacing at some points did feel a bit rushed. But then, at the same time, like I don't want to be nitpicky about it because I feel like there was just constantly like animation after animation, like it was very engaging. The storytelling, so I don't want to be too nitpicky about it. I was like, considering budget constraints and stuff, they can't make everything.
Yeah. That's true. I think, well, I'm still gonna be nitpicking, not because I hate the game, but because I'm like, I want to see if these points that I'm nitpicking does get improved in the future.
No, 100%.
But
there's pacing. I'm like, yeah, this pacing could have been better, kind of thing.
Yeah, but okay. Next scene was, I really like Avidius. Sorry.
Yes. Oh my god.
But like, the obvious has to be stated, and that's just because I actually no. The nitpick part is I was kind of confused as to how the hell Avidius went from. Oh wait, I think you explained it, but please remind me again. Where in Yuno's cutscene, Avidius was like all shattered and broken, and then all of a sudden here he seems to be doing fine. Like I didn't.
Because he kind of mentioned that he went to Resonator to try to create he was very desperate on creating his own story. So I think he was very desperate of changing because he realized in Septimont where it's like, shit, I'm actually part of someone else's, like all these memories are, he realizes that the memories are fake and implanted in him. So then he was like very like desperate to create his own story. He was like, fuck it. He was like, fine, whatever, they're lies, whatever. I don't care. I'm just going to create my own story now. He was like that. Yeah. He was very gun-ho.
Okay. Which, because I think that part made sense to me, right? It's just like the transition from that specific like ending last place we saw into here that kind of was like a bit disconnected. But still, I really appreciated how like he got a full moment and oh my god, I'm gonna jump again. Mia, we kind of see like Mia was the history of how the Dark Harbinger took over, right? Avidius was the present time in real life witness of how the Harbinger was coming to be. And then Rover ended up being the future. And I really, really love this kind of like the concept of the Dark Harbinger. Like the Dark Harbinger concept, but also the fact that they did the past, present, future, because I don't know. Oh, there's something that really bugged me because after I finished the story, because I actually went ahead and watched like 3 other live streams, like 3 other like content creators kind of go through the story, and I was so tilted because on the Rover section where Rover was at the cracking point of the Dark Harbinger, I realized not everyone got to see the exact scene, and that's only because you know how I was playing on autoplay, right, the whole time. So the autoplay allowed me to glimpse that one scene, whereas when I was rewatching some of the other content creators, I was waiting for their reaction, and then I realized it never came because for some reason, like after the full dialogue. Yeah, it clipped to the next one. Yeah. And I was so triggered because I'm like, yo, you guys just missed out on literally what was it that got Mia and Avidius to the breaking point where they had to off themselves. Like, because Rover was literally 3 seconds away. Okay, not 3 seconds, at best 30 seconds away from doing the same. So I was so tilted that they ruined that scene, and that has to do with a lot of... no, to be honest, I don't even blame the click thing. It's specifically because the dialogue just finished, and then usually you'd wait for that like 3 little epilepsy to show loading, right? You know what? I'm just gonna straight up get my goddamn thing out. Where is my recording? Okay, today's the 13th. When would have this been?
Speaking of pacing, the part where Avidius died, and then we just had no time to mourn for him. That was the one time where I was like, what the fuck? They didn't even give me time to mourn for him. Just went straight into Cristoforo.
Yeah.
But some people did. I did see some people make an analysis on Twitter, and they were talking about how like Cristoforo genuinely looked annoyed about Avidius dying like that. Yeah,
he did. Okay, this scene specifically. Did you see that?
No, like, I didn't.
Bro, yeah, so many people missed it. So many people missed it. Bro, you know how triggered I was when I was rewatching it, and I'm like, wait, where did that scene go? Like, did the game glitch for them? And then no, I realized it's because on the dialogue thing, it doesn't go to the epilepsy loading thing. It goes straight up to like click to go next dialogue. So you missed this major important scene.
Oh shit!
And you know bro, I am feeling cathartic.
You need to post this on YouTube and just title it.
This scene that
everyone missed.
I honestly should, because that specific scene is what highlighted everything. Because you see now Rover's reaching out, and you realize exactly how was it that Cristoforo managed to get into the heads of Mia and Cristoforo. Like, and the fact that someone as strong as Rover got into that literal same like headspace where they don't hear anything. And honestly, this scene as well. Sorry, I'm just gonna be. I feel so cathartic. Yeah, this scene was straight up like, I think it was meant to be like some kind of thing, symbolism for depression or whatever. Because deadass, when this next interaction with Galbrena came up about like the whole it doesn't matter your past, right? You've been helping people and you've been kind of being the signpost and the anchor for everyone, and now hopefully they can act as the anchor of those. That made so much sense because you literally saw Rover about to off herself, and then just that little line, like that little intervention from Galbrena, and you're like, I don't know, to me it just hit so hard, and I got so teary at that scene because I'm like, damn, okay. It was like
so relatable.
Exactly, but the fact is, like, even a character like Rover, obviously I'm playing this game not as a insert for myself, but as a way of kind of seeing how the character Rover goes about this journey, right? But the fact that it was, like, once again, the strongest has been dragged down to the lowest level, and they were almost
okay,
which is
I saw one. I don't know if this person was rage raiding. I saw it. They were rage raiding, but he did make a post afterwards apologizing for this take. But there's this one person in this Facebook community I was in. He posted like, "Oh, why did they make Rover so weak in this newest story? He's supposed to be the main character. He's supposed to be saving everyone's day." And I was reading it and I was like, this has to be rage bait.
Legit, bro, when I tell you.
Yeah. Everyone in the comments of that post was shitting on the original poster to the point where afterwards they had to make a post be like, hey guys, I read through all your comments. I half agree with a lot of them. I take back what I said.
Yep. hey, kudos to them. But no.
It was nice seeing Rover just rely on the characters around him and 100% take the spotlight. That's why I said Galbrena has like that main character energy. Where I would totally watch an anime just based on Galbrena's past.
Yeah. No,
the fact that I didn't realize it was Angel until she explicitly said in the epilogue, "Oh, my name's Angel." I was like, "Oh."
Dude, I don't think you heard me mumbling when they first showcased Galbrena. I was like, them thighs, them abs, that mole on her neck. And then when they like showed younger Galbrena, I'm like, oh yeah, the young mole on her neck. The bright yellow girl. That's Angel.
When you said that, I was like, does she know? So I played it off as in, or maybe she's also the devil.
No, the mole on the neck gave it away. Look at it. This little mole on the neck.
I didn't. I thought about it. I was like, maybe she's Angel. But then I was like, nah, that can't be it. The Angel's dead. Turns out it was Angel.
Oh, yeah, no. But I will talk more about Galbrena, going back to the timeline. Yeah, Avidius was chef's kiss, honestly.
Oh yeah,
Avengers moment.
Yeah, Avidius stole the show.
Because it was Avidius, and then we had semi-Raguna moment in the Sentry Vault area. Actually, just before like the bit, I love Kartathea, bro. The fact that like when her and Galbrena was having the exchange, and by the end of it, Kartathea was literally like, "Thank you for being the one who's like going to be the villain of this part." Like, I'm like, she's so precious. She's thanked someone for taking her suffering, even though she herself has suffered for like 2 decades, bro. Like, oh, girl.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, we need to talk. Speaking of that last climax scene, we need to talk about like Threnodian Resonator and Abraxas.
Oh, bro. Oh, man. We'll get to it.
And the theories.
The gay theories.
When we get
Okay. I think. Okay, so cinematic wise, so there was a lot of, they had pre-rendered cutscenes with the text just coming up, right? It was just no pause. Yeah, a lot of it. I high-key really enjoyed it, except for when they put in the useless, like, choose a dialogue event, because they added nothing.
The quick swap.
Yeah, the quick.
Oh yeah. That shit was like,
useless. Come on, Kuro. I'm fine sitting here on my lazy ass, being a couch potato, just staring at the screen, because you guys are already doing a good job of making the story cinematic, the camera work, the angle, and the voices, whatever. I don't need to suddenly be like, oh no, let me quickly find out where my keyboard is and tap the one.
But I say that. It didn't even matter what you chose.
Exactly. So that's why I was even more so pissed off, because it's like, you just jolted us out of the moment just for the sake of it. That being said, I think a lot of people were saying that it was very risky to test out that cinematic mood in the finale of the patch. I agree. I kind of wish they started doing more of it, but at the same time, I kind of get why they were forced to do it for this part, and that's mainly because I can see if they just had the actual 3D model like all appear at the same time, there would have been lots of glitches that they would have had to like deal with. So it's better off just having the perfect like rendition, like render the perfect frames and just play that for everyone, blanket it. So no one has to then report to Kuro and be like, Kuro, Brand out there doesn't have a cape. Something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I think go on.
Speaking of, Abby was missing a task mark.
Yep. Which is low-key I was very shocked because how do you miss that scene in a pre-rendered cut? Hello? That wasn't even a 3D model. I am so confused.
What I mean by I'm a bit worried that the team is overworked and because how the fuck do they have fully rendered out animation and fight scenes in every single patch and then an hours long story in every single patch? So I'm like, even if it is pre-made a year ago, they still have a deadline to meet. So they still have that. So I'm just like, how the hell do they manage to do all this? So that's why I'm thinking, I can't. I feel like they're a little bit I feel like I'm a bit worried about the work ethic at Kurogames. Is what I'm saying.
No, fair enough. I was thinking that because to be honest, I didn't get why every single version needed a new map, a whole new map.
Yeah. I was like, because how do they keep pumping such big patches every single patch?
And I think if they, maybe it's because they already worked on the map ages ago, but I feel like if they cut back on how frequently they were releasing the maps and had more, I don't know, have a side character quest.
Yeah.
Okay, not side character, but a main cast side quest, something like that in the pre-existing region, I would so much more prefer that because, for example, I'm thinking back on it and unfortunately, this is the one thing I need to say with the game, which is unfortunately, in Genshin Impact, when I go to a region, or when I listen to a music, I know exactly what region that music's from, or which, if I enter a region, then that music itself is instantly associated. Unfortunately,
that's the one thing Genshin does well: music.
Yeah, but not even just music, but associating it with a specific region. Inazuma music, if I can probably bring up any random one from the album for the Inazuma OST, you can probably tell, okay, that's an Inazuma music. And that's because I think one thing Genshin did was kind of force the player into exploring the world, whether it be because of the lack of flight or what. And once again, that doesn't mean to say that flight was a bad option. Hell no, flight is the best thing ever. Thanks, Kuro. But I feel like they should have just had, instead of releasing so many more maps, they should have had a lot more characters just continue exploring or have a lot of their background of their character arcs in the pre-existing region. I think the only thing right now is, for example, Egglet Town. That is only memorable to me because of the whole brand thing. I love the brand character quest home.
Egglet Town does have I think a world quest for it. That was pretty interesting. Yeah.
I think and even the brand's companion quest, because that was in Egglet Town. Girl, what are you doing?
Because it's I'm saving the best for last.
Okay.
I want to actually play the brand one on stream one day.
Okay. You know what? Oh, sure. Well, what I'm saying is, this is one of those places where I know Siakona and Brant visited Egglet Town, and now whenever I visit Egglet Town, I remember the music. Because we had the Lorelei region that we explored with Carlotta, I remember the Lorelei music a lot more. Unfortunately, I can't say that about a lot of other places, where the hell is Thorncrown Rises? Where the hell is Twin Peaks? Where the hell is Garden of the Lost?
Oh yeah, Loki, yeah. I don't, those areas, I'm just where are these places?
Exactly. And then the Strand. You're where the hell is the Strand? I know that's probably making a reference to Death Stranding, but I don't know where's the Strand. So unfortunately, that is the one major setback that I found, which is because they were releasing so many maps every patch, it probably cut into a lot of their production time.
lore behind each.
Yeah.
This is why I hate it when I see people complain about filler patches, because I'm filler patches make it so that the developers have time to flesh out all the
literally.
And the thing is, Kurogames even said, they'll release one big patch every 6 months, but right now it still feels like we're getting a big patch every single patch.
Exactly.
And I'm just guys, calm down, just slow down for a bit.
Yeah. Now, low-key, though, very sad the Imperator's gone, and once again, I wish Kuro will come back to this. When Rover gets all their memory back, I want Kuro to kind of let them ponder back on this specific moment and remember Imperator differently, realize and be more burdened with grief. You know what I mean? Let my main character suffer.
Yeah, because there was one thing that Imperator said that got me thinking, was just Imperator, the more they tried to go against Threnodian, the more they started to think, wait, it's aren't I the same as the Threnodian? I'm trying to impose my morals onto humans, same as Threnodian. There's this theory now people thinking where it's just the world of Wuthering Waves is a simulation, and they're just like kind of like coding. So there's higher beings coding that is just dictating. There are higher beings who have already predetermined how the world of Wuthering Waves is going to turn out. And the Fractsidus, they're the ones trying to oppose that higher being and trying to not have those higher beings dictate their fate.
Yeah.
They're trying to out chaos to chaos, which is what Scar said.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of, because I think in the tidbits in the lore, there is basically, you know how like there is in the Tethys system, there's like instances. Instance 1 is highest rank. Instance 2 is which is Shorekeeper's rank. Instance 3 is Rover's rank, because I think Rover gave up all his ranking.
Okay.
Like, so he basically gave up his
admin privilege. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure instances is a coding term as well, based on like, based on authority. I think, was it? Because I know when it comes to like IP addresses, when I'm doing cybersecurity stuff, there are like instances like IP instances.
Yeah.
I think it's a reference to that. So instance 1 might be that unknown god girl at the beginning of the game.
Okay. Yeah.
She might have instance 1. And then there's might be, I think I saw a series of there being instance 0, and that would be like the creators of Wuthering Waves. So just like
okay.
So I think that's the theory, where it's just like they're just in a simulation that their fate has already been predetermined. And they're trying to go against that predetermined fate.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's an interesting theory.
I'll actually present another theory that I found on Reddit, which is someone mentioned it's like alright, going to the next cutscene. So with the Avengers cutscene, they were like, the initial part had 2 parts, which is the Resonator, Black Shores in Resonator Grounds. That one, Loki, Rover, why didn't you speak with your wife, Shorekeeper? Come on, man.
I'm assuming that will be something that will be addressed for the next patch, like the story for the next.
patch.
Because because I think there's just too much to include in this one story.
Yeah.
Like, anything that's unaddressed, I'm knowing like what I've done last patch, where I've criticized something and then they addressed it immediately in the next patch. Like, I think there's just too much to address all at once. They have to do it.
Fair.
So,
yeah, I think I really like the dynamic between Chimera and Galbrena. It was just very. It was. I liked it. It was.
Naruto and the Nine-Tailed Fox.
Yeah. Oh, that's where the parallels from. Because I'm like, I feel like I've seen this part before. Deja vu. Okay, now you've just confirmed it. Yeah. Because it's like Yeah, no, I really like Galbrena being so sure of herself, and the Chimera's like, hey, you're not the boss of me, and then proceed to that meme of like, F you, no, you bloody.
Yeah, you bloody. There was something I wanted to mention at the end. So something. Oh, yes. Threnodian Resonator. Chuyan mentioned he came to. So there was 2 reasons Chuyan was in Resonator, was obviously to get Scar, bring Scar back, and he also said to observe the Threnodian Resonator.
Oh.
I think the Threnodian, because I thought this whole time the Threnodian Resonator was Geshu Lin. I don't think it might not be Geshu Lin. I think it's Rover. Threnodian Resonator.
I mean, I thought Rover would check out only because of the whole Abby situation, right? Because it's like not only he's a dark harbinger, but Abby itself is also a Threnodian. So I think that's where. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, the copia for Geshu Lin.
Yeah, I know. I wanted Geshu. No, man, I wanted Geshu Lin to be something more, but I think he's just there for.
No, we're slowly getting there. Calcharo appeared. I'm just saying.
I keep rewatching that part where Calcharo appears. Yeah, he's just standing there aura farming, and I just keep watching. Oh, so basically, also at version 1.0, when you first meet Yang and Shisha, they mentioned, oh, you're just like that legend in the past who absorbed the Threnodian.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that was Rover. I think Rover absorbed
I'm pretty
Abby,
sure that was...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Rover, and Rover absorbed Abby. And Abby was the Threnodian.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I think that leads into the theory where it's just like, maybe the Threnodians aren't the bad people. Maybe the Fractsidus aren't the bad people. Maybe there's a higher being above.
To be honest, though, I do find the Sentinels and the Threnodians to be 2 sides of the same coin. Yeah. I thought that was the theme they were going for the whole time, especially because the Sentinels are kind of there to guard civilization, but because civilization's negativity or the fears and whatever exist, Threnodians ends up naturally being born. So it's like...
Yeah. Basically, the dark tide is just oppression.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Damn. It really feel like that.
Yeah, Infrared mentioned it as well. She's like, aren't I and the Threnodian the same?
Yeah.
We 2 sides of the same coin?
Which I really appreciate that you have that kind of. Now, once again, we haven't interacted with Dre. To be honest, what the hell's happening with Dre? Who knows?
Dre is one part of Dre is one of 7 parts.
Yeah.
And in Chinese lore, I think basically there's Digimons based on it, but there's like these 4 beasts. I think it's like the turtle, the dragon, the horn, turtle, the dragon, the rooster,
unicorn,
and the snake or something. I think it was.
Oh, okay.
It's like a huge Chinese thing, and I remember watching Digimon and learning about it as well. But something about like that sentinel split into 7, and Dre is one of them, and the others are like the 4 beasts, and there's also the horn of the something and the throat of the something and the
okay. Well, damn. All right, I didn't realize there was a deeper like reference going on there, but okay, that's interesting.
It's the theory, but it's like based just because it's like Chinese region and the game is from China. People were like kind of putting one and one together, be like, oh, it's probably based on this mythical beast thing.
Okay, we've kind of jumped places, but okay, Avidius, you have passed.
Avidius is like he stole the show. Yeah, like, man, Kuro, why stop killing these NPCs that could definitely be 4-star characters, man?
I remember that, bro. Speaking of 4-star characters, Gilf, Carlotta's grandfather.
Oh my god! Holy crap! Or it's like, Jilf.
You know, I realized they were referencing a Devil May Cry character. I think it's named Dante or someone, like someone grey-haired. Like it was,
Galbrena is like a love letter to DMC.
Yeah. I think I remember reading somewhere that Solomon really loves the
DMC series.
Nier Automata. Yeah, and he also loves Nier Automata, so we are probably going to get something similar related. At least, if not...
Wait, do you know, because Kuro already did a collaboration with DMC, Devil May Cry, in their other game, Punishing Gray Razor. Yeah. And it was pretty well done, You can tell they like it.
But overall, I still liked Galbrena's whole arc in the Dark Tide frequency. Oh, my one criticism with Galbrena's backstory is I kind of wish we had a lot more highlight as to what her actual power was that made her more kind of appealing to the Dark Tide's influence.
Because like, is that main quest technically her story quest then, or is she have her own story quest? She's not gonna have her own story quest then.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't have her own story quest, and that main quest is meant to be it. I have also heard, however, that apparently they did a lot of the background explanation for Galbrena on the Kuro website, and once again, I am not gonna accept that because it's like,
I think
bro,
I'm not too much to include. Yeah, they just do not have the budget and time to put that in. But you know what I reckon would be good though, if they made an anime out of Galbrena's backstory.
Yeah,
no, definitely. That would be really good. I think that's promotion. That's like game promotion material, right? I think they should really capitalize on that, if anything.
100%, bro. I didn't connect the dots that the Galbrena animation, the beginning animation, was the same as the Cartathea one. It was with the same creator.
Oh yeah.
On the Insta, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it is the same art style.
No, as the fan made one.
Oh.
So you remember on Insta just then when I sent you so the Cartathea was originally a fan-made one which was submitted to Kuro Fest. And then they got that person to do the official animation for the Galbrena opening.
Wait, that's
which is exactly that. Oh my god, that Pele.
I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I saw that and I was like, I didn't understand what the hype about it was. And now that you've explained it, I was like, that's sick.
That is sick. Cool. I was just like, hey, go surf, bro. Represent all of us fan bases.
Yeah, look, instead of like dropping codes for creators to promote their game, a lot of times I see them, they just commission creators to make stuff. So I feel like they're also a fan of their own game.
Which is good, bro. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm almost getting... Yeah, because we've jumped a lot, I'm kind of getting to the end of what I want to say. People were very kind of iffy about where the hell did Phrolova come from and what was the explanation there. But
I think will be explained in the future. Yeah, I just think it's too much.
Yeah. That being said, at the very final part where Phrolova is like, maybe I'll if the world can't change, maybe I'll have to pick a different path. That was such a like turning moment because the fact that she's been stubborn about just striving towards that one goal for the past 20 years, maybe even more so. I actually don't remember when Rover lost their memory, but the fact that she's been that stubborn, and now after her second interaction with Rover, that's where you have that little seed of change like kind of being planted, and you just see her being like, yeah, maybe I'll start changing. Some people theorized.
I don't know if she was changing. I feel like it was more implied that she was low-key losing hope in the original plan, and she's gonna look for a different way to revive her loved ones.
Oh, okay. I think because for me, at least the way I saw it, she was trying for the past couple of, I don't know, hundreds of years to revive her family in different ways.
Yeah.
But this is the only part where she's like, if the world can't be changed, then perhaps I'll pick a different path. So I don't know if it's because yeah, so that's why. But the thing is, the reason why I assume that she herself changing is because of what Scar says afterwards, where he's like,
"It remains within you once envisioned."
Where is it? Scar incoming.
But Grand Architect, are you really?
Oh, literally.
Who'd have thought someone as stubborn as she would learn to adapt?
Yeah. So who would have thought someone as stubborn as she would learn to adapt? So that's the main.
What is she adapting to? What is she adapting into?
Oh, the current world situation.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Oh, okay. As in, adapting to a different point of view, or I guess the influences. Because so far from the sounds of it, Phrolova doesn't matter who was getting ganked by the Threnodians or what. She's just like, I have one mission and one mission only. Everything else can go to hell. But now it's like she's kind of adapting to the situation, and perhaps she'll reconsider her goal. At least that's what I took out of it.
I don't think so. I feel like she's actually, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's just too many. I can't really make a judgment right now. I think I'd need more information. I think I need
Although that being said as well, Loki, what else is Phrolova going for? Because hasn't she already, through her death, created that sonosphere which already revives the people in her town?
It failed because she mentioned it to Christophora, whereas it wasn't complete. It was the closest she got to it, but it still wasn't perfect. And,
oh, really?
And she was a bit salty about it. She was like, do you still have any of that Resonator's powers left? To Christophora. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, whatever's left inside me. And she's like, she might experiment something else with it. And then Christophora was like, yeah, sure, you can go ahead and experiment with it.
Oh, wait, this is the scene itself, because
yeah, it's in that scene somewhere. I think just watch it from beginning. Oh, maybe this.
If this world truly cannot change.
Yeah, it's at the beginning. Yeah.
Gratitude.
Yeah, this one's done.
Okay.
Me.
Okay.
But if you was to try again.
Yeah. See?
No, we defy the surging tides of fate.
These two were vibing. I felt like they're about to become a ship on its own.
They're already are.
Are they? Damn, okay. I'm a bit late to the party.
I'll send the fan out if I find any more.
Because this is just Scar.
Gem I entrusted to you, Christophora.
Okay, here we are.
Yeah, this part.
Forgive me, but haven't we already seized what we truly desire? You see, even the beyond forged from Leviathan's power couldn't endure. It fell short of the perfection you long for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you was to try again, I'd remain at your service.
Tell me, how much of it remains within you?
Not much.
Oh, but I have another theory about this part though.
Yeah?
Which
I
is...
fulfilled my promise to complete your finale. Let this be the last note of our symphony.
As you wish. My sincerest gratitude for your wonderful performance, Lady Phrolova. May you find the strength to create the beyond you once
envisioned. She still wants to create the beyond.
Yeah.
If this world truly cannot change, perhaps I will seek a new path for myself.
Yeah, for myself, kind of.
But then she still wants to recreate the beyond.
See, that's what's under the assumption. The thing is, so there was a theory there where Phrolova, I'm not sure if she was still influenced, but it kind of seems like Frolova's low-key helping Rover, because she gave the book during Lupus story quest to Rover,
but then it was part of Christophora's plan. That's the thing.
See, this is where I'm a little bit like, how much is Christophora? Okay, to be honest, it's all a part of my plan is the biggest overall cover up. I feel like even if everything goes according to plan, Christophora's like, no matter, it's part of my plan, and then cries in the corner.
It's literally Eisen from Bleach.
Yeah. So the thing is, it kind of seemed like, because you know how she was asking about how much of the power is left. Some people are thinking that maybe Phrolova, as she becomes this anti-villain, not anti-villain, but more like anti-hero, that might have been a question just to gauge how much of power of the Threnodian the Fractsidus still has on hold, so that if she ever reports back to Rover, then she can give them the info on the down low, like,
to be honest,
hey, by the way, nudge nudge.
Yeah, I don't really want Phrolova to be anti-hero. I just want her to stay like purely a villain, because I think for them, for the Fractsidus, I feel like eventually they're gonna go down the road of being anti-heroes, but I think I'd rather they just stay villains. They just actually be bad, like villain characters.
I feel like Grand Architecture will continue staying villainous. Same with think Scar and Christopher. Phrolova is the only one I have a different consideration for, only because yes, although she has like killed a lot of the masses and such with her own selfish desire to like save her beloved ones and such. I think.
But the thing is, like, I think we have to remember is, I'm pretty sure Rover was the one that formed the Fractsidus in his previous memory. Because the Grand Architect was like, remember, Rover, we were once your Waystones.
Waystone, yeah.
So I'm pretty sure Rover was the one that created it, and he must have created them for a reason. So that's why I feel like they're gonna go down the anti-hero route, but I would have preferred them to just stay villain.
Yeah, same. I want them to stay villainous as well, honestly. Which jumps into my next theory, which I've read online, which is apparently the reason why Rover lost their memory, is to kind of counteract the Grand Architecture's power, because the Grand Architecture's power is to kind of read the person and their memory and thoughts and then recreate the frequency, which is how the Grand Architecture was able to show Phrolova memories of her past family members.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this theory, reading this theory somewhere as well.
Yeah, it was on Reddit, but yeah, because Rover didn't want to fall weak to that influence, Rover decided like, nah, man, if I can't have it, I won't let you have it. I won't have it myself either. We both suffer.
You can't have it. I can't have it.
Yeah. Pretty much, but yeah, no, definitely enjoy the Fractsidus part. Boy, they're evil through and through. Like,
yeah,
man,
I stay evil through and through. I don't really want them to.
Yeah.
I'm sick of villains getting redeemed. Just make a really bad villain.
I agree, bro. I'm low-key like, with Phrolova, don't get me wrong, I don't want her to be redeemed either. I think her ending in her main companion story quest, or I guess main quest, was perfect. The fact that she died in Rover was just such a nasty person to her. I loved it. I was like, yeah, bro.
Nah, bitch, you gotta die. I low-key fast clicked through Phrolova's story.
Okay.
I do not care about this. I low-key skipped it.
Okay, fair enough.
Pacing was a bit off.
Okay. Yeah, that ending was essentially Fenrico finally getting a hold of his real, like, human self. Because by then he realized the Threnodian's whisper had done its damage on him. But he was like to Rover, yo, Rover, escape. I will hold off the paradise from spreading as long as I can. So that's why when Chonyu comes in, he's like, by the way, Fenrico died because I was searching for the blessed maiden, but because they're all like pure sentinel energy, right? He ended up, Cartathea was MIA, so he ended up kind of going to Fenrico. Yeah, because of the legend.
I really like how they put how they wrote Chillian involvement. How it made sense. Like everything made sense. Like the way they put him in. It felt like there was no potholes in the way he came into it.
Yeah. I like that we went back to Blackshore. It was like we've returned home.
Yeah, Blackshore is at home. Yeah,
once again, Shorekeeper should have been there to say welcome home, my star. I'm just saying.
We didn't get to see,
Exactly.
It was
like, Kuro, you should have just replayed that same video. Every time we load into Blackshore through the like main quest, just be like, Tadaima, watashi no hoshi, or something like that. I don't know. I'm so not a Kuro.
People really is the best one.
Yeah, what else did I have?
I think it'll definitely be addressed next patch. I think this patch was just too much. If they put Shorekeeper in this patch, she would have stole the show, to be honest.
True, it was like, no. Okay, once again.
Threat in the sky.
I really do love her. Scar's voice actor had rent to pay.
Actually, the one game like where English voice actor was better than Japanese.
Once again, Carlotta's voice actor was the person who converted me. Because when I saw Carlotta's character trailer, I'm like, oh.
The Leviathan's voice actor was pretty good as well.
Oh my god, yes. Oh, we're going to watch this scene again. And then this part.
Just this whole end kind of thing was just peak after peak.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I love rewatching this.
Because with this as well, right, I didn't realize, but Phoebe is looking very powerful.
Yeah.
But that's probably a reference to how her faith
her power scale off of fails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. This is so good. She popped off.
Oh, and this one as well.
And then Brent chucks a kid at the This cousin, bro. I was shaking watching this.
Yeah.
Leviathan, may you now be bound by the weight of humanity.
That line goes so hard.
Abra!
Abraxas! Why hast thou betrayed us?
Okay, actually one thing I want to mention about this line.
Yeah.
In Chinese, she kind of says, "Why have you also betrayed us?" That's what she says in Chinese. So there's a slight subtext that was missed out in Chinese. Yeah. So I think that's what also made me think, Rover must be the other one that betrayed them then, because Rover must be the Threnodian Resonator then, right?
What if it's the unknown god from the beginning that was also
yeah. That could be it. That could be like that's valid as well. So that's why I was like, I saw that line and I was like, that's a bit different. The meaning's quite different.
Yeah. Oh my god.
May you now be bound by the weight of humanity's hopes.
The other thing as well, the fact I have Abby's tattoo, right? But I'm like, holy hell, the new patch releases is such a double-edged sword, because you play it ASAP, you're gonna deal with the bugs and issues. You play it after they fix the bug and you're just getting spoiled.
Yeah. Oh, I love this music. People felt bad about Leviathan getting chopped.
Oh man, deserved.
Chills, man. I got chills.
Sure. Oh,
I love this bit as well.
yeah.
Love it.
We shall cross again. Remember this. We were once your race.
The base, the build up. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yup. Or a me.
So big. Gotcha!
Righteousness reigns the land. Within it lies the will.
Oh man, this bit is tough.
The Napoli the second. To my own resolve and atonement. Let its light banish this final darkness. Renesita will surely know a lasting dawn.
So beautiful.
So big. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video. If you like this type of content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, I am planning on getting back into streaming, so be sure to join the Discord server or follow me on Twitter for future updates. Other than that though, enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!